And welcome back to the 2A State Volleyball Tournament here on CHSAA.tv. I'm Kevin Schaefer sitting in for Corey Ford here for a while as we get underway in this match between the Byers Bulldogs in the green and the Rye Thunderbolts in the purple. They're off to the right of your screen. Byers, of course, in the green to the left. This is Class 2A pool number 4. And we are just underway in game 1. Sail there from Rye. Sails long. And Byers with the point. That attempt goes wide as well, so 3-1 in favor of Byers. Byers 19-5 on the season. Their head coach is Jolene Dodge. Rye is 20-4 on the campaign. Their coach is Tammy Van Ort. And second point of the match for the Thunderbolts. Or check that. That point goes to Byers, of course. Serving for Byers. Check numbers here. It's kind of difficult to get from this high up. Good little rally here to get things started again early in game 1. That attempt goes long. That was by Kaylee Rawl. She's a 5'8 junior, but her kill attempt a little bit long. 6-1 now in favor of Byers. Back serving, that is Mackenzie Edwards for the Lady Bulldogs. She sails it long, and Rye ends the little rally. It is now 6-2. That attempt goes long, fired off by Kayla Hurley. She's number 12. Serving for Rye is Taylor Mansfield. She's a senior. Hurley again fires it long. So again, early on here in the match, second match of the day, Resurrection Christian defeated Telluride 3-1 in our first match. And here we're early on in game number 1. New courts for these players, so it takes a little while to adjust to distance and flooring and all that kind of jazz. Elaine Herlod on the hit and kill there. So Byers on the board. They lead at 7-4. Back to serve the libero. Wearing 22, and of course we don't have a 22 on our roster here at the state tournament. That little push attempt goes wide. That was Anna Netzer, junior for the Thunderbolts. Might be Paige Earl doing the serving. They have her listed as the libero on the roster, normally number 6. She has number 22 there, so we will try to double check that, but we have a timeout early. Rye with the advantage, 9-4. And this is Class 2A pool number 4. The third member of this pool is Akron. Rams 24-1. They're the highest seed, the number 4 seed in the pool. Again, if you're not familiar with the changes that we've had in the pool, or in the tournament setup, we have 12 teams in each of the 5 classes in the field instead of 8. And we have 4 3-team pools. And only the winner advances into the semifinals. So a loss in pool play in the past, and you could survive and advance as possibly a number 2 seed. But here you kind of got to get to 2-0 to move on. We're back at it again. Byers with the serve. We're going to go that with Paige Earl. She went a little bit before the referee's signal. Getting a little nerves here. All these players new, of course. This is the second straight appearance, though, for the Lady Bulldogs. So some of these players were here a year ago. for Rye. Their only previous tournament win was in 1983, and this is only their second tournament appearance in school history. Looking down at my notes, so I missed the number on that kill for Byers, but it makes it 10-4 in favor of the Bulldogs. Byers, of course, from the Union Pacific. They're the champion of that conference. They won it by 2 games over Flagler and Burlington. Rye, they finished second behind Swink, who is also here in the Santa Fe Conference. They were 11-3 in league play and come out of a very good league in the southeast corner of the state. Nice block at the net there. Kept alive on the Byers side. Off the net, that one falls. So a kill for Jesse Smith, the senior for the Bulldogs. 11-4 now your score. Game number 1, best of 5. Both these teams will be in action. I should say Byers will be in action again later today. They will take on Akron. That match will be at 12:30. First, of course, they have to deal with this one. There's another kill. Nice hit by Jesse Smith right there in the center of the court. 12-4. Again, we're going with Paige Earl there in the libero uniform. Miss hit at the net that time by Anna Netzer. Nice cross-court kill that time. That's Kayla Hurley again, number 12. And Byers out to a 10-point lead here early on. Rye ends the streak there, so 14-5. From the back row, Hurley with a nice kill. Actually might have been Taylor Dodge. I sometimes get 12 and 13 mixed up there. But Hurley is back to serve with her team leading 15-5 here, game 1 over Rye. In first action for both these teams, and Hurley sends it wide into the net. Jesse Smith. That one's called a little bit wide. Thought it was tipped. And that is the ruling. So 15-7 now in favor of Byers. And again, a point there for the Thunderbolts. Apologize here, we're kind of catching up here on the broadcast. We had one of our helpers take a tumble down the stairs, so we're filling in some spots here. Corey Fork hopefully will be back with us here in a little bit. Jesse Smith again misfires there into the net. And it's now 17-8 in favor of the Bulldogs as they're trying to take away game 1 here, best of 5 set. That one again sails long, so the Bulldogs are having a little trouble getting their service range in range, but still they lead at 17-9. This dig there in the back row, popped up here in the middle. That one's popped up by Hurley. That one's blocked nicely at the net there. Jessica Lorenzen and Taylor Mansfield there to do the honors for Rye. Back row blocked again by that same duo, Mansfield and Lorenzen. 17-11 Byers. Thunderbolts trying to hang around here. They got off to a slow start. They've been down by as many as 10, and they've cut it here to 6. So
we're now ready on court number 1 for match number 2. The Wildcats from Fleming and the Riley Panthers.
again, a good job of blocking at the net by Rye, so they're starting to dial that in a little bit. Again, the same duo, number 1 Mansfield, number 4 Lorenzen. 19-12. Double hit there by Byers, so point goes over to the Thunderbolts, and Lorenzen, apologize, I did not have a chance to check pronunciations before the match here. 19-13 your score. And a back row hit by Hurley is a little bit shy. So another point for the Thunderbolts, 19-4. That one sails long. Mackenzie Edwards a little bit off target. We get a timeout for the Bulldogs. They've led Rye back into this thing. 19-5 is your score. 19-15 rather here, game number 1. Back at it here, Rye with the serve, 19-15. That one falls to the floor, so it gets through the block that time from Kayla Hurley. Mansfield just pops it over. Hurley again has it sent back. That was Hurlot on the hit for Byers. That one goes into the net. A little bit missed timing on the jump that time by Kaylee Rowell. And it's 21-15 Byers. And a timeout again for Rye. State volleyball coverage here on CHSAA.tv. We will have all 75 matches, 15 in each of the 5 classes, 8 pool matches in each division today, 4 more pool matches tomorrow early, and then it's on to the semifinals Saturday afternoon, and all the championship matches are set to begin at 7 o'clock on Saturday night here from the Coliseum. Back at it with Byers in control. That's a good cross-court hit from Taylor Mansfield. She'll score the point for Rye, 21-16. That attempt goes long by Hurley again. She's been very active in this first set. That one gives the point to Rye. Mansfield with the serve, and she'll score off the misplay on the Byers side. Taylor Mansfield, 5'11", they list her as a senior. Cuts the lead to 3. It's been a good comeback from Rye. They were down by as many as 10 early. This is Hurley again, and again it goes long. It was not tipped, so another point for the Thunderbolts. They're within 2. This would be a tremendous comeback for the runners-up out of the Santa Fe League. And they can't track it down on the far side. Good hustle by the Lady Bulldogs, but they couldn't pop it back over the net. 21-20, suddenly a 1-point game here. And we're tied up, so Rye all the way back. To tie this up after trailing 15-5. Mansfield again on the serve. That's Hurley to tip it across. Popped up nicely there by Rawl. And it finds the turf as Rawl sends it for the point. And the Thunderbolts are in the lead now, 22-21. That one off the block and out, so Byers ends the bleeding a little bit there. Tied at 22. And again, we believe that's Paige Earl, the libero. That's who's listed on the roster as the libero, but she's listed as number 6 in the program, but wearing 22, so we'll go with that based on a little bit of theory. Earl digs it up backside. They'll feed it in the middle. That one goes off the net and down, so an important kill from Jessie Smith, the middle hitter there. She gives the Bulldogs a 1-point lead, 23-22. Good play at the net by both teams there. Pretty long rally. Rye punches it deep to reset both teams. Good block at the net, but that one goes out of bounds, so that'll be a point for the Bulldogs. And we're at set point here in set number 1. Earl to do the honors for the Bulldogs, who are trying to escape here. They led by 10. We're in good shape, and Rye came back to take the lead by 1, but the Bulldogs have scored all the points since until then. That looked like Jade Van Oort on the kill there. I believe that was number 6. And keeps the Thunderbolts alive, but it is still set point. They trail 23-24 with the serve. Earl pops it up. That's Hurley, blocked right back down. And we're tied at 24 all. Van Oort was there, so was Riley Abert. Got to win by 2. First to 25, have to win by 2. That one again is blocked back. Thunderbolts doing a good job at the net there, and they'll be serving with set point. And we have a timeout for the Byers Bulldogs and their head coach, Jolene Dodge. And Byers led this thing 15-5. Now they trail 25-24. And we're back at it again. Rye with the lead, as you can see on your screen. They need a point here to take game one in come from behind fashion. Waiting for this signal from the official. They're checking rotation. Here we go. That is Rawl with the serve. Byers will punch it back. Here's a chance for Rye to win this opening set. Blocked at the net. Nice save. Whoop. It was tipped and out of bounds, so they will give it over to Byers. We're tied at 25. That's a good job there by Jessie Smith. She keeps the game alive for Byers. It's actually 25 all, I believe, isn't it? That score can't be right. That score cannot be right because Byers, I guess it is. I guess they gave that point to Rye. My mistake, 26-25. Smith again in the middle. Nice dig, but it can't be controlled by the Thunderbolts, so we stay tied now here at 26 all. That's Danette on the serve for Byers. Again, we're tied at 26. Have to play, win by 2. Thunderbolts take the lead again. I believe that was Anna Netzer on the little punch across there. Mansfield back on the court for Rye. There's the game point. That's Riley Abert for Rye, and they take the first set 28-26. Very good comeback after trailing by 10. We'll be back with set number 2 in a moment on CHSAA TV. And we're back here for set number 2 between Byers and Rye. Again, Rye taking game 1, 28-26. They trailed 15-5. And rallied all the way back for a 22-21 lead. Byers had the serve with set point, but could not convert. And Rye won on their second set point. So here we go in set number 2. Obviously the teams change sides. So Rye is on your left in the purple. Byers on your right in the green. Long rally here to start game 1. And we have an in call there for Haley Montoya. Senior for the Bulldogs, number 11. She gets the point. And we're off and running here in set number 2. Mansfield off the net, gets a kind bounce there. Actually, she didn't. She's saying it was tipped. I thought it was too. Came off the net apparently and out of bounds, so the point goes to Byers. I thought that was tipped too, but again, we're way up top here. 2-zip your score now in favor of Byers, so the Bulldogs get the point there. My mistake, Colleen. Tough pass there, a little bit too close to the net. Rye can't find it, and they're down 3-0. Serving for Byers, number 20, that's Mackenzie Edwards. Hurley sends it long. Went cross court with it. A little bit long, so a point for Rye. Nets are back on the floor. She's number 3 for Rye there in the purple. Difficult to see the numbers on their purple jerseys. Kind of got the gray numerals mixed in, and until they turn with their back, it's difficult to see which is which. That is Hurley. Can't be controlled on the back line. I believe that was Rawl. Check that. That might have been Abert. And difficult to tell 7 between 2. I think that is, yeah, that is Abert there that couldn't find it. Abert from the back line just sends it across. That pass too close and obviously nothing doing with it. Rye gets the point there. Again, Rye leads this 1-0 after taking game 1, 28-26. Looks like an even match here between the Union Pacific champions, Byers Bulldogs, and the Rye Thunderbolts, a runner-up team from the Santa Fe. That one was tipped and down. Thought that was in. Apparently it was not, but there's a serve into the net from Mansfield. Point goes back to Byers. You know, I apologize here for some of the mix-ups. We were kind of forced into duty to broadcast this game when we had an injury to an individual, and we hope they are okay. That is, I believe that was Jordan Dennett with the serve into the net, so the teams serving errors. And the run continues there. It's Kaylee Rawl. So 3 consecutive serves into the net, and Dennett will try her luck here. Saved nicely on the back row by Earl, we believe that is. And that one goes a little bit wide. Again, Paige Earl in the uniform is number 6. She's wearing number 2, but she is listed as the libero, so that's why we're going with Paige Earl as number 22. Nice dig, and it found a hole. Nice job there on the back row. That's Jenna Mansfield, just a freshman into the lineup and making a nice play. That was a big hit from Jessie Smith, but she dug it out and found some open space on the back line of the Bulldogs. Rye again in the tournament here for the first time since 1983. Doing the math, that's 29 years. That was their only previous appearance. Volleyball started being a competitive sport for CHSAA in 1976. A little bit of a scramble there for Byers, but they find it across the net. Again, a tough pass for Rye. Thunderbolts collected the Region 5 championship last week, beating Sangre de Cristo and Del Norte in 3-game sweeps. They have a quality win over Swink, which won their league championship to Santa Fe. There's a big hit. That's Riley Abert, a middle hitter, 6-foot senior, just pounds it down directly. No chance there for Byers. Coming into the tournament, Rye had won 7 of their last 8 matches. Their only loss in that stretch, a grueling 5-setter to Fowler. They opened the season 8-0 and finished here at 20-4 and into the state tournament. They can't track that ball down. Byers gets the point. And back to serve for the Bulldogs, Taylor Dodge, a young sophomore. Her team on top 8-7. Off the block, Dodge pops it up. Come back over here, and that one's blocked and down. Mansfield again. They list her at 5'11". She looks like she stretches a little bit taller than that. She did a nice job on the attempt from Kayla Hurley. Nice hit there. That one's Haley Montoya, another senior for Byers. Again, Byers 19-5. They won the Union Pacific, which is a combination of 2A and 1A teams, such as Lyman, Burlington, Flagler, Deer Trail, Stratton. And they won that league championship. Nice hit there on the far side. That's Kaylee Rawl, a junior for Rye. Byers has what we call quality wins over Flagler, Burlington, and Stratton. Flagler and Stratton are in the 1A tournament. They also beat a very good 3A Middle Park team, actually split with the Panthers during the regular season. Earl tracks it down in the corner, sent across by Herlod. Tipped at the net, sent back. Rye will recollect, and then they miscommunicate. Some of those free balls there, you got to kind of communicate, and both of them said, I got it, and both of them went for it. It happens. 10-9 Byers. Tipped across, saved in the back court there by Dodge. Smith just pops it across. Mansfield standing. Oh, that found the back line. Tied at 10. Byers 19-5 coming into the state tournament. Rye just one game better at 20-4. Mansfield is serving. She's their best hitter, had 344 kills on the year coming in. That pass a little bit tough. Point awarded to Rye as it falls out of bounds on their side. They lead at 11-10. Hurley got it through the block and out of bounds, so score the point there for the Bulldogs. Hurley had 188 kills. Nice hit there. That was Kaylee Rawl. Good deep serve that time from the Thunderbolts. Tipped across nicely and recovered better there by the Thunderbolts. Smith, a little bit long from the middle there. Rye will score the point, take a 2-point edge. That hit goes a little bit long from Anna Netzer. We're tied at 13. That one sails long. Point awarded for Rye. Rye back with the serve. And again, we apologize here, a little spotty announcing. We are filling in for someone and we're trying to manage the other 4 streams at the same time. So I apologize for that, but thankfully you can watch the match on air. That pass goes a little bit too close to the net and it'll fall out of bounds, and Byers will get the point there as we're tied at 14. So apologize for that as we're having some technical issues on a couple of the other courts. We're streaming all 75 matches on CHSAA.tv this weekend. That one is down. I believe that one was Lorenzen. And again, I apologize if we're saying that incorrectly. We did not get a chance to check pronunciations. Our regular announcer isn't here, to be honest with you. That one goes into the net, over the shoulder attempt by Kayla Hurley. Now we have a timeout in favor of the Bulldogs. They trail by 2, 16-14. We'll be back in a moment on CHSAA.tv. After the timeout, 2-point lead for the Thunderbolts. They will have the serve. And this is Brenna Burns, a sophomore. Sends it across. Nice dig down low there. I think that's Netzer. Now she'll try the kill. It's blocked. Tipped back across. Mansfield. I think we have a do-over there. Ball, looks like ball came across from the other net. That's what happened. It came across from 5A. So they stopped it. And we'll just simply do this point over, and it's a good do-over for Rye as they get the point on the serve from Brenna Burns. That one sails way long. Byers will stay within 2 at 17-15, as you can see on your screen. Unable to dig that. And a point for Byers. Popped across. Tipped up at the net there nicely. Mansfield tracks it down. And they'll kind of send it across. Almost scored there. Blocked at the net, but it snuck through. And again, waiting for a turn on a number. I believe that is Kaylee Rawl. Yep, back to up. Check that. That's Rayleigh Abert. And it's difficult, as you can see, when they turn to face you, it's difficult to see the numbers. Much easier on the backside of the jersey for the Rye Thunderbolts. Kept alive there. Sent across, tipped back nicely. Good work at the net by Montoya. Montoya is sent back, double block there at the net. Again, that's been the tandem of Mansfield and Lorenzen. They've had several dual blocks there, including that one, and the Thunderbolts lead at 19-16. Good save there by Montoya of Byers. Sent back across, that is Edwards for Byers. Popped off the block in the back row by Earl. Good job there. Again, that one sent off the block and out of bounds, so point there for Byers, courtesy of Kayla Hurley, the senior hitter. Brings the Bulldogs to within 2. Again, they lost game 1, 28-26, as Rye came all the way back from 10 down. Nice dig on the serve. Mansfield can't pop it across, and she's a little bit frustrated. Back to a 1-point game. Good dig in the back row. That's Edwards. Hit sails long. So Hurley again has had a little bit of issue finding that back line. She's the leading hitter for Byers with 188 kills coming in. Good serve there. Hurley can't handle. Point for Rye. They're 4 points away from taking game number 2. On the serve is Lorenzen. And that one goes into the net, so Byers gets the serve back here, trailing by 2. And you can see the screen on your scoreboard. It says Rye 21, and then there's a 1 right after it. That means the number of games they have won in the match. So they took the first one. That one goes out of bounds, and they're on the verge of taking the next one as well. They lead by 3 with the serve. Mansfield back to do the honors. Again, a whopping 344 kills during the regular year. Sends it floating across. They'll look to Smith. It's sent back and down. So Rye winning the battle at the net right now. And they're 2 points away from taking game 2. They lead Byers 23-19, and we have a timeout. High school students can start their college education and earn high school credit through Adams State University's early college and concurrent enrollment programs. Online courses are offered throughout Colorado. For more information, visit exstudies.adams.edu. That's exstudies.adams.edu. Rye quickly back on the floor after the timeout. Again, they lead at 1-0. Took game 1, 28-26. This is pool number 4. The third team in this pool is Akron. The Rams are 24-1. And again, 4 3-team pools this year, with only the winner of the pool advancing into the semifinals. Winner of this pool will cross bracket with pool number 1 in the semis, and that includes pool number 1 does defending state champion Lutheran. Mansfield to serve. Smith just tips it on one knee, collected there by Rawl. Sent back by Smith. Can't block that one as Rawl sneaks it through. Set point for the Thunderbolts. Mansfield to try to win game 2 here for Rye on the serve. That one falls through for Byers, so they stave off the first game point. That was Taylor Dodge finding it. And Rye takes game 2, 25-20, so they lead the match 25-20, or 2 games to none rather. And we will take a break here. State tournament coverage is provided by Bank of Colorado, a bank with community ties, competitive rates, personal local service, and locations throughout the state. That's Bank of Colorado. We'll be back more on CHSAA.tv. We are back underway here in game number 3. Again, Rye took the first two, 28-26 and 25-20. Best of 5, as you know. First pool match of the day for both teams. And Byers gets on the board first here. State championship covers provided in part by Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. They'll be there the day you buy your first car, the day your first child is born, and the day you file your first claim. They'll be there to make sure your insurance coverage keeps up with all the changes in your life. Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. Get real coverage. That one's blocked at the front. Mansfield is there. She had help from who else? From Jessica Lawrenson. And again, they have done an excellent job up front on the double block. Both teams kind of scrambling there at the net. Now we'll reset from Rye in the backcourt. Again, Rye in the purple to your right, Byers in the green to your left. Oh, off the leg. Mansfield tried everything to keep that ball alive. Tried her knee, tried her shoulder, and then it finally rolled off, and everybody got a good chuckle out of that. And a miss hit there in the middle. Montoya kind of mistimed her jump there. And we're tied at 2. Again, Rye in the state tournament for the first time since 1983. It's been a good year for the Thunderbolts. Finished second in a very good Santa Fe conference that routinely sends a team deep into the state tournament. Fowler, of course, has won all their state titles. Swink is there this year, the top team out of the conference. Rye should contend, so it's a very good volleyball league from the southeast corner of the state. Rye, of course, over in Pueblo, over in the Pueblo area, but they travel obviously to Fowler, Los Animas, Swink, Rocky Ford, also play John Mall, so they make quite a few treks along Highway 50 there to play some volleyball during the regular year. Montoya wins that point at the net for the Bulldogs to tie it up. Thank you, by the way. Over the shoulder hit that time from Hurley. And, they call that one in. So Kaylee Rawl, I think, with the kill there, 4-3 Thunderbolts. Again, Rye, this is their only match of the day. They will turn around and play at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning against the Akron Rams. Byers will have a match off, and then they return. They go to they play at 12:30 against the same Akron Rams, again, pool number 4. That one falls out of bounds off the left arm of Abert. We're tied at 4. And again, a long serve from the Lady Bulldogs. See the frustration with Hurley. You can tell by her numbers with nearly 200 kills, she's used to finding the court. And she's been a little bit long today on her hits, and they're on the serve. And she'll try to get on track and keep Byers alive. They trail 2-0. Smith in the middle. There, she sends it down. You can tell she likes that middle spot of the court. She feels very comfortable there and sent it home for the point. We're tied at 5. On the serve, Jordan Dennett. Sent back by Smith on the block, so she gets a kill and a block on consecutive points and gives a little spark here for the girls in green. Dennett again with the serve. Have to wait for the signal from the official, and she gets it and fires away. Ooh, a running hit and a kill that time. Nice play by Kaylee Rawl. I think that might have been Abert. Again, I am having difficulty seeing 7 from 2. I remember Rawls the brunette, Rawl is the blonde. Or the other way around, Abert is the blonde. That point sails out of bounds, so Rye gets the point. They lead at 7-6. Another point for Rye. That's why I'm doing it. Sent across there from Rye. Kept alive. Reset here for the Thunderbolts. Manfield just kind of palms it across. And again, a miscommunication there for the Bulldogs between Dodge and Smith. Point for the Thunderbolts. Byers, some of their players with the team that was here a year ago look a little shaky, a little nervous here early on in the going, but then they find themselves down 2-0. They were leading 15-5 in game number 1 and did not put it away, and I think they're having some ill effects of that. Good hit there from Maddie Homaker. Another freshman into the lineup. So a 4-point lead for Rye. Actually, that one must have went out of bounds. I thought that was in, but it was out of bounds, so Rye got the point. Here is Smith, sent back from Mansfield, and down by Lawrenson. And we get a timeout for the Byers Bulldogs. They trail 11-6. Volleyball coverage presented in part by College in Colorado, where higher education is the key to a student's future, from improved salaries to unique experiences and greater life choices. CollegeInColorado.org helps your student create a lifelong plan and explore their dreams for the future. That's CollegeInColorado.org. We'll be back with more in a moment. Back to action here. Smith, it's dug out. We're going to get a stoppage as you see the ball from the 5A court come trickling across. Brenna Burns for Rice. She kind of shakes her head in frustration. She made a great dig there to keep that point alive, but it didn't count as we will have a do-over there. Again, as you can see the 5A court on our screen there. So we've got 5 courts going. End to end, they're separated by nets, but side to side, they are not. So once in a while, you get a ball that kind of finds a different court. Burns there, pops it up in the back row. Smith from the back has to send it flat-footed, but it goes long. Rye again leads it 2-0, trying to win their first pool match of the day. Good rally here. Mansfield. Ooh, nice dig there. Kept alive on that play by Danette there as she dove for Byers. And the Bulldogs will be rewarded for their hustle there. She just dove to her right, threw out that fist and popped it in the air so a teammate could send it across. Nice effort. Now they're going to call that one a carry. She lifted that pretty good all the way from in front of her over her shoulder. That's Montoya, so the point awarded there to Rye. It is 13-8. Montoya sends it across, free balls it. Send back on the block, good job there by Montoya and Hurley. Again, good hustle, but can't save it. A couple of girls ran into each other. Montoya on the floor along with number 20, Edwards. Again, you appreciate the hustle you see from every girl out here. They know it's a state tournament. They do what they can to keep that little white ball up above the ground. Popped up by Earl in the back. And Hurley again just struggling a little bit here this afternoon. You can tell she is frustrated. 15-8 Rye, 7-point lead for the Thunderbolts, leading 2-0, trying to take match number 1 of their first tournament experience since 1983. They'll score a point there as Mansfield wins it at the net. She was battling Jordan Danette. We'll put a disclaimer on it. 2 officials are going to get together and make sure that is the proper call. Jolene Dodge, there's the head coach for the Byers Bulldogs. I think she's just asking for a clarification of why that point was awarded to Rye. In her team, if they cannot come back from that, they'll find themselves in a hole. They have a pool match with Akron later today, and they would have to win that to have any chance of staying alive in this tournament. Through the block. Try again there. Can't get a number. I apologize. I think that's Abert actually. Check it. I got them mixed up again. That's actually Rawl. Far side. Here's Hurley. And there she found the line. Good job. She's had a rough go so far, but there she found the far sideline and scores the point for the Bulldogs. Good to see her find some open space. 16-9 though, the deficit. So Byers needs to string some points together here. Doing the honors will be Mackenzie Edwards.
Next up on court number 4.
Mansfield, that one sails a little bit long, 16-10. So there's the first of a couple more that Byers will need here. That one is down for the point. And that one was Kaylee Rawl, number 7. So Byers will collect the serve again, and Mansfield will do the honors in the back. Rawl pops it up there for Rye. from the back. Big hit there from number 2. That is Riley Abert. And sent down off the wrist of Mansfield. Hurley suddenly has the range. Those were 2 very powerful kills for Hurley, the senior. Back deep again, we believe that's Paige Earl. We say we believe because in the program she's listed at number 6 as the libero, wearing 22 as the libero. Smith, favorite spot of the court. She finds the corner. Again, she is just very comfortable right there in the middle hitter position. And you can see they feed her often. Earl again. Sends it deep. Rawl. Popped up there. That one sails a little bit long off the right arm of Elaine Herlad. Herlad probably, junior. Elaine. Rye serving with a 6-point lead. Popped up in the back row. Hurley again. Again, that's a powerful kill that cannot be controlled in the back row by Kaylee Rawl. So now we're starting to see the leading hitter for Byers come to play, and she'll drop back and serve. 18-13. This is Kayla Hurley. Abert pops it up. Smith again in the middle, just tips it across, controlled there by Rye. Ooh, blocked at the net by Smith. Nice job there. So Byers clinging here. They're down 4 within range. Again, trailing 2 games to none. They watched Rye rally from 10 down. No reason why they can't do it. Standing hit finds a room. That's Abert, the middle hitter, a senior, 6-footer. It's kind of a standing, kind of get it over the net hit, but she had good topspin on it, and it found some open space in the middle of the Byers defense. Kind of an off-speed pitch also. That serve barely crawls the net. Turns out to be a very good. Hurley saves it, but that'll be a 4th hit. That barely crawled the net, but it turned out to be a very good and effective serve there for the Thunderbolts, who are 5 points away from taking this match in 3. Smith sends it across. Orenson with the serve, or the set rather. And Jade Van Oort hits it off the block. But the point for Byers. Serving is Jordan Dennett. Again, they need to string some points. They're running out of time here, down 20-15. Smith finishes that, tried to finish it. Good dig there in the back row by Burns. Smith again will try it. Popped up in the back row again nicely by Rawl. And I believe Smith must have been in the net. So the point awarded to Rye. Again, I was following the ball, didn't see the call. I apologize. Burns to do the honors here for Rye. Popped up by Hurley. And that one's off of the dig, so a good finish there by Mackenzie Edwards of Byers. Smith will trot back to serve it up for the Bulldogs. Again, running out of time within range. They're down by 5, but only 4 points from Rye winning this match. Hurley from the back. Popped up. Mansfield popped up there. And nice hit over there on the far side from Mackenzie Edwards. She'll get the kill. Right down the line. Byers climbing to within 4. There was an open spot there. Abert again floats it across and gets credited with the kill for Rye. 22-17, 3 points away from winning for the Thunderbolts. Again, it's not a win in advance or in a lose you're done situation. It's pool play, so you get another crack Mansfield finishes the point there, but again, with only 3 teams in the pool, every loss is extremely critical, and that's why Jolene Dodge of Byers takes the timeout. K-12 educators can meet licensing requirements and earn advanced degrees through Adams State University distance learning. Hundreds of professional development courses are offered on-site and at a distance. For more information, visit exstudies.adams.edu. That's exstudies.adams.edu. We'll be back with more in a moment here on CHSAA.tv. Two points away from Rye finishing off the match. They will have the serve as we get back to play. Doing the honors will be Riley Abert. Floating serve there, kind of a sidewinder, but it gets across. Popped up nicely in the back row by Hurley. Pushed across there. That was Taylor Dodge. She'll set it up here. Little miscommunication again as Montoya puts it into the net. She went toward it, backed away, came back toward it again. Little miscommunication, and now we're at set and match point for Rye. Earl pops it up. There's Dodge. Blocked at the net. Byers recollects here, or regroups. And there they find some open space. Nice hit from Mackenzie Edwards. Keeps Byers alive, but again, it's match point. They got to stave off 6 more of these things. Down 24-18. Dodge to serve. Burns pops it up. Mansfield. Miscommunication there. Mansfield sends it across again. Montoya popped up there. Sent back. Dodge sets. Hurley off the block. Brought up nicely there by Abert. That is Rawl. Sends it back across nicely. Dodge again with the set. Nice long rally here on our second match point. Hurley pushes it across. Mansfield dug out nicely by Dodge. Hurley sent back twice. Boy, how many sequences here. Mansfield off the net and down, and there's your match win for the Rye Thunderbolts. So the runners-up in the Santa Fe Conference take their opening pool match of the 2A state volleyball tournament. They'll move to 21-4. They will take on Akron at 12:30. Or check that. Rye is off tomorrow until they meet Akron at 8 o'clock. Byers will face Akron at 12:30. Bulldogs fall to 19-6 with the loss. 28-26, 25-20, 25-20. Back with our next match in a few moments. You're listening to CHSAA.tv.